September 2nd. First edition of Welcome to the Garage. I'm going to do a few procedures on my great motorcycle, a 1998 Dyna Wide Glide FX DWG. 15 years of making the Evo. This was the last year for the Dyna to get one. And I consider myself lucky to have it. Today, I'm going to change plugs. I'm going to pull them out and look at them. If they look good, I'll keep them. If they need changing, I'll change them. So, here it is. Now, on these plugs, I tend to check them every 5,000 miles just for the hell of it. And if I have a year where I don't ride much, like when the year I had my liver transplant, I'll check them anyway once a year, just to mess around with them. Get a little grease and a little gas on my hand. Now, these suckers got long threaded bottoms on them, but this one's about to come out. I don't know how well you can see this. It's a little bit dry. It's kind of a light brown on the tip here to dark brown. Maybe even a light grayish, but it's a light color. So before I do anything, I want to go get my manual and see what that says. Breakdown. Okay. Number one rule, right there would have the proper tools to do the job before you start. Get yourself a manual. This is a factory service manual for 2 different years. I have this last year. It answers all your questions. And if you're uncertain about what something means, up here on page 145 it shows different spark plugs as people have taken them out. Now, here's my plug again. And I said this is kind of a light on the tip and then going to darker in the recesses, and it's kind of brownish, maybe a little gray. Well, the first condition they talk about is wet, black, and slimy. I mean shiny. And so obviously that's not me. Dry, fluffy, or sooty black for B. That's not me. Overheated plug can be identified by a light brown glassy deposit. Well, that's light brown, but I don't see any glassy. ABN, that's version C. Yeah, I don't look like that at all. D, a plug with eroded electrodes. I still got plenty of electrodes. A plug with white, yellow, or light tan to rusty brown powdery deposit indicates balanced combustion. Well, I really don't have any powdery deposit exactly, but I am that light brown, so I'm going to go with the idea that once I've checked my plug, I've got the proper balance of air and gas in my carburetor. It's the number one thing plugs will tell you about, is how your fuel air mixture. And that's a good reason for checking yearly and periodically. Just, hey, check it out. If it looked real wet and damp and had black sooty crap all over it and all fucked up, I'd say, hey, change it. But this plug here to me looks good. Now it says the gap should be 38 to 43. So let me see if I've got a gauge, which I do. Okay. Is this recording now? Okay, we're recording. I actually, as you can see, found many feeler gauges to check my gauge with. I also have some others that are round and they're very, very quick to use. Okay, this says 38 to 43. Let's see what I got in here in the way of gauges. There's 10, 18, 20. The width is written down on these, but sometimes they're a dog to read. Now this told me 38 to 43, so I'm going to try to get something close to 40, which would probably be the 20 and 21 and 19 if they've got it. Okay, that's an 18, that's a 19. Yeah, a 19, 15, 17. 19, and I can't read some of these. A 19 and an 18 is 37. That's really not what I want. Let's see what I can find with these. I may wind up going through all these kind of freaking things because they're all hard to read. Okay, I want to try to get to 40. 17, that's at 18. Says it's at 55. What I should really do is throw these old things away. Because some of them look like they have double stamped numbers. And I think immediately after, or even right now, I'm going to take them over to the garbage cans. Ah, here's one clearly marked 40. So these guys are going in the garbage right now. If you have a tool that doesn't work for you, is all dorked up, don't mess around with it. Get another one. Now this tells me my gap is pretty wide on this plug, actually. There are many ways to close the gap. Mainly, you want to do it slowly. You want to just slam it down on something or hit it with a hammer. But if you tap it, you can tighten it up. So, I don't know if you can tell the fit on here. If I was behind there, I would tell it further in. But it's real snug. I can pull it through. It slips in easy. Just put this right back in now. When you put it in, you want to be careful. You go slow at first. You want to go slow at first because it's really easy to get it screwed in a little bit off at the beginning, and then you'll cross thread it. Now you haven't destroyed the motor if you do it, but at that point you need to take it to somebody to fix, because they'll have to take it out and rethread your threads for you. So I started slow, now I'm going to tighten up. And once you're tight, you've got that super long thread body on it. Plus, something is playing on the music in the background. I think it just jams, man. I dig it. I don't know what it is. It feels good. Finally, be sure to put your boot back on. If you forget this step, you'll know right away when you try to start it. Okay, that's it. This is the first ever try. It's September 3rd of 2012, and that's the garage.